Hello everyone, thank you for joining. It's the Single Mom's Budget. This is my first time posting to YouTube, so bear with me as I try to figure this all out with you guys. I am, of course, a single mom. I have twin boys. They are both 5 years old and they just started kindergarten. Super excited about that. After having my boys, I just realized how important it is to try to save money, make my money work for me, not the other way around, and save for my boys' future. So starting, well, I wouldn't say start today, but these last few years I've really been trying to figure out how to make that happen for me and for my boys. So just follow along if you like. If you do like the content, please subscribe, like, share, do all those things, so that way you can be informed of whenever I post any new videos. Okay, so today's video is going to be a little bit of a long one. As you can see, I do have a lot to put into my sinking funds and all of my savings challenges. Don't mind the missing E on here. I have to fix that. But just a little backstory, I was put on furlough in January, so I do not start back to work until next week when I start in March. So because of that, I did have to apply for unemployment, and as luck would have it, I did not receive my unemployment until just recently. So what you see here is actually my retroactive unemployment, and also my tax returns came in, so I'm super excited about that. So I do have some of that here today. I did already put some of my money into the boys' savings in my savings, just to kind of have that started up again. So because I was on furlough for so long, I did have to use what was in my savings account, so I'm pretty much starting back to zero. It sucks, but things happen, and luckily I was able to kind of get that all back now, and I can start fresh and just start all over again. So what I have here are my stuffing envelopes. Here I have my expenses, and I have my sinking funds here. And then what I do is I'm obsessed with stationery. I love notebooks, I love pens, markers, all that jazz. I like to have a handheld written down copy of all of my expenses and my sinking funds, just so I have something that's a little more tangible. I do have something online that I use, but when it comes to, I don't know, something about having it like in my hand and looking at it just makes it a little bit more motivating to keep track of everything. So I have that in here. One of the things that I did while I was on furlough was that I did put in here all of my my expenses and my sinking funds, and kind of tracked everything so that when I did get paid, I would know what was going where. Sorry about that. Let me turn my watch down. So I did that so that way I can kind of keep track of where I've fallen behind, so that when I did get paid or when my taxes came, I would be able to adjust for those sinking funds that I wasn't able to do. So luckily, with what I did have in my savings, I was able to keep track of all of my expenses, so nothing fell behind. Thank goodness for that. So the only thing I have left is my sinking funds here that I need to fill. So what I did is, just to make this video a little bit shorter than it would have been, is I have everything written down here for the exact amounts that I need for each of my sinking funds and my savings challenges, so that way you don't have to sit and watch me do this week by week for the next 2 months, and just move on from there. So I have my January sinking funds and expenses, and of course I do have it clipped, but for each week I have it written down how much goes into each week, and then the total of what I should have as a total moving forward. So then with February, which was our last month, same thing. Everything, including my expenses, were all paid for. And now I'm going to be doing my sinking funds with what I have here. And then moving forward, we'll go into March. And when I get to this point, I will do my, total off all of my sinking funds. And then the first week of my budget, I will also do with you guys as well. So yeah, so just follow along. And if you have any questions after this is posted, just please leave a comment and I will get back to you as soon as I can. So moving on to this cute little notebook. I have everything written down. And also, I do apologize, I am a lefty, so sometimes you'll see that my notebooks are kind of off to the side or on an angle, and I do apologize for that. I'll try my best to, keep it straight ahead so that you guys can see everything. Okay, so in my sinking funds, I have entertainment, which I do put aside $15 a week. That's in case, me and the boys want to go out for dinner, or if, it's a really hectic night and I just want to grab them something to eat on the way home, I can go into that envelope. I have treat yourself, which I put aside $25 a week. It's a little bit higher than my entertainment one, and that's just because I do love Starbucks, and Starbucks is, on the higher price point, and I usually grab like a latte or something to eat on the way to work, so I just put a little bit of extra aside for that. But I am going to try to cut back on that Starbucks. I don't know if I can do it, but I will try. For savings, I have down $11.70, and now that's split between myself and my two boys, putting away $90 a week, and that's $50 for myself, and then $20 each for the boys will go into their savings accounts. And then moving down to Disney, I did find a Disney savings challenge on Pinterest, of all places, so I'm not particularly sure who posted it. If I find out, I'll let you guys know, but it's pretty easy to search for it on there. And so each week, it's supposed to be a 52-week challenge, and each week is a different amount of money that I put in. Since I do not see ourselves going to Disney within this year, more like maybe 2023, what I did was just split that savings challenge over a 2-year period instead of a 1-year period. That way I was able to also do these other savings challenges I have down here as well, but also keeping on track to get that Disney trip for my boys. We were supposed to go back in 2020 for their 5th birthday in May, but after the whole thing with COVID, it was really hard to make the decision to take them during a time that it was not safe to bring them out there. So I'm hoping that after, a couple of years, things will be a little bit easier, a little safer, and we can go for their 8th birthday. Next, we have the savings challenge, and this one's pretty easy, just saving up to $600. In another video, I can show you what that challenge looks like. And then I have the 5, 10, 20 challenge, and that's just, 5, 10, 20, one each of these denominations a week. And then I have the envelope challenge. This one I have seen all over YouTube, on Instagram, and it's something I'm really going to try to do this one. And based off of where I'm at so far for the last 2 months, if I put in some extra money from here, I'm actually going to try to catch up on all of my sinking funds for all of January, February, and March. So then that way, any income that comes in moving forward will just be additional money that gets put into these sinking funds, as well as my expenses and my debt snowball. So moving down, when we do expenses for week 1, I have Amazon, my car insurance, electric, phone, my car payment, and then I have Target, gas for my car, and then groceries. So one thing I just want to say before going into syncing everything, when it comes to my expenses, any of my expenses that are large amounts of money, I like to split them in half. So for my car insurance, it's actually $160 a month. So I split that in half just to make it a little bit easier on my paychecks. Going back to work, I know that our hours won't be as consistent as it was before. So I'm just trying to be mindful of where each dollar will come from. And it just makes more sense for myself to have everything split up between the weeks and keep track of it that way. Also, I am going to try Doordash and Grubhub. I have seen some success stories online and on YouTube, of course, on making that extra income. So I will try to do that to compensate for whatever I don't get paid for. Also, I do have an Etsy shop and I do sell some cash envelopes. Let me pull some from right here. So if you guys are interested, I do have some of these cute little envelopes. You can check out my oh goodness, my Etsy shop for these. I also have like these cute little dividers. So just check it out. And if there's anything else that you guys are interested in, just let me know. Like I do have these binders here that I can put up there as well. And I've also been making some of these like savings challenge boxes. So if that's something that you're interested in as well, let me know in those comments and I will try to make it available to order. Okay, so moving forward, I did write down on here what I have in cash right now. So it's a little bit under that $5,000 mark. And that's what I'll be working with. And of course, looking at all of my sinking funds and my expenses, I don't hit that mark. So whatever I have left over, I will be splitting it between my car loan and my credit card. I'm trying to pay off my Capital Ones. That one's pretty high. So whatever I have left over, that'll go into my debt Snowball envelope. And at the end of the month, I'll just make those extra payments. Okay, so let me just get this out the way. And I'm just going to take out my envelopes just to make it a little bit easier to get to each one. So for, let's see, this one's expenses. We'll do this one after. Let's just focus on the sinking funds. And of course, I don't have them in order. Sorry about that. Next time I will. So let me just pull these out. Put those to the side. Okay. So for entertainment, we're going to put in $195. So we have 100, 50, 70, 90, 5. So let's just double check that. 150, 70, 90, 95. Put this in here. It's like, I don't know what it is, but when it rains, it pours with my luck. So when I went on furlough and not getting paid for a while, like everything started to happen. I had just bought my car the day that I found out that I was getting furloughed, and I was just, you know, really worried about being able to pay that bill. Just adding that extra debt was something I was definitely worried about, but you know, everything all came at once, so luckily I was able to keep track on everything. For treat yourself, we're going to do $325. Let me just 1, 2, 3. $325. We have 1, 2, 3, 25. Also, I do have here some $1,000 notes that I will use in place of any of the envelopes that hit over the 1,000. So like my savings here, I'm going to pull it and put it in here just so that it's here while I'm figuring out the rest of the money. And then once everything is done, I'll switch it out with this and that money will get deposited into our accounts. Okay, so for savings, we have $11.70. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use some, no, I'll just use these. If anything, I might switch them out for the 20, so then that way I can keep the larger notes in my cash envelopes, but we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, we'll take some 20s, 20, 40, 60, and 10, like 70. So let's just double check that. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 100, 20, 40, 60, 70. So 1,170 will go into my savings. Let's put that over here. Then of course that Snowball, whatever's left is going to go into this envelope. So I'm just going to put it off to the side. And then we have next is our Disney challenge. So I'm going to take this one here. We'll open that up and we're going to put in, where are we? 470. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do some 20s. 20, 40, 60. And 10, make it 70. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 20, 40, 60, 70. So that's the 470. Actually, I'm just gonna grab a highlighter so I can just check off what I've done so far. So we've done entertainment, treat yourself, savings, and now Disney. So now that's all set. And then with our savings challenge, oh, it's upside down. I'll just turn that over. Savings challenge is getting 91. So we're gonna take a 50 and then 2 20s. 1, 2, and 1. So that is 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 91. So it is all set. And put that here. Let's check that one off. And for the 5, 10, 20 challenge, let's open that up. We're going to put in 145. So we'll take a 100, 20, another 20, and then a 5, and that is 100, 20, 45. So that's the 145, and that is all set. And let's check that off. And then for our 100 envelope challenge, which I have in this bin here, what I decided to do just to make it easier on myself and easier to keep track of everything is that I am doing one large note and one small note. So if you notice, I do have them on index cards. I have them laminated. So if you guys are interested in something like this, do your 100 envelope challenge, just let me know. Because I do plan on continuing to do this one for a while. So we'll see how it goes. But what I've done is I take, one large, so that would be the 100, and then one small, and then, move forward. So what I did do, and I've pulled them here, is that I've already pulled for the last, I believe this is the last 10 weeks. So this is January and February, and I will pull the other envelopes for the rest of March. So that would be 8 cards that will get pulled. So that would be for 91, 90, 89, and 88. And then up here would be 11, 12, 13, and 14. So that would cover for the month of March. And I've already done the math for it, and I would come out to 1313. So let me just pull this aside. And I'm just gonna highlight that since I'm gonna pull it now. So same thing with this one. I'm going to pull out the 1313 from here, but again, just like my savings, I will switch out that 1,000 for one of these notes here, and then keep the remainder in the bin until we hit that next $1,000 mark, just so I don't have a lot of money in the house. I'm not gonna lie, I do feel a little nervous having this much money in the house right now just to do this video, but once you know, all this is put away, put into the bank, it'll be easier each week, as you know, checks will be a lot smaller, so it won't be as hectic. Okay, so for that one, it'll be 1313. I'll just pull this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 1,000. I'll take 2 of these. So that's 1,100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 200. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 300. I'll take a 10 and 1, 2, 3, 3, 1. So let's just double check that. We have 100. Oh, it's brand new. 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 1,100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1,200, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1,300, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's 1,313. I'm just gonna place it here in the front for now until I get to everything there. Okay, so now moving on to expenses. Let me just move these out of the way. I'll just pull out the ones that I'll need for this. So it'll be groceries, gas. I do like to keep this with my sinking funds for grocery and gas, because I do, you know, just keep adding to it until everything gets paid. And then I just move it over into my debt Snowball, which is also in my sinking funds envelopes. Okay, so whoops. All right, so we do have subscriptions, car insurance, electric, my phone bill, car payment, and then Target, which I'll have under my credit card envelope, and gas and groceries, which I already have at the bottom. So that should be all of those for now. So let me just put this in order just to make it easier for myself to find everything. Okay, so starting with subscriptions, we're going to put in $14. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Just open that up, put that in there. So that's all set. Should we just leave this open for now? I do have extras, so if I have to replace it, I can. All right, so for car insurance, it'll be 80, 20, 40, 60, 80. There. Okay. And then for electric, we're putting in 45. Now for this one, I do split the expenses with the rest of the house. So I do have their share of the bill. So I'm just going to add that to this, just so I have it all in one place. Okay. There we go. So now it's 170, 150, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 260, no, 270, 280, 285, 86, 87, 88. So this isn't the full bill. The second half of the electric that I owe will get paid next week when I get paid again, and then that lines up with the bill due date, so nothing will be turned in late. For my phone, wait, let me highlight that so I don't forget. For phone, that'll be $66. So we'll take some 20s, 20, 40, 60. There, 65, 66. So 20, 40, 60, 65, 66. And of course, same thing with my cell phone. It's due on the 13th. So when I get paid again next week on Tuesday with my unemployment, I'll have the remainder for that to pay for that. Let's see. Then we have car payment for 110. Let's see. It's 50. Oh goodness, excuse me. 70, 90, 110. Perfect. 50, 70, 90, 110. So same thing, my car payment is due every month on the 18th. So again, when I get paid next week, that'll cover that. Let's cross that. And then for the last two, we have Target, which is $15. Stay. So we're gonna take a 10 and a 5, so 10, 15. Oh. There we go. Credit card's done. And then for gas, each week I put in $20. So let me just grab just 20 for the gas. Technically, it usually costs me about $35 to fill my tank. But I rarely, if ever, go through an entire tank within a week. So I figure I'll just put $20 away, and that pretty much keeps my tank close to full every week. And anything that's left over will also go into my Dead Snowball envelope. Okay. Oh, wait. Where's my credit card? Oh. And I forgot to cross it off. See, this is why I have to cross things off or I'll forget. Okay, so let's put that there. And then for groceries, for this one, I did not do any grocery shopping for last week, and I would normally put $50 away each week. So I'm actually gonna put 100 in this week. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Because I am going back to work, I'm gonna have to start buying a little more going to work foods to make for lunches. Just, you know, try to keep that cost down and not ordering takeout, which was always my problem, was always trying to buy takeout. So I figure the extra money, I can pull things that I can make from home and just take that to work. Okay, so all of that is all set. All of my sinking funds and my expenses are done. So we're just gonna see what's left over. Just put this, you know, I love color, so I gotta put I gotta highlight everything, put colors everywhere. So we'll just do amount, totals. Grand total. Okay, so now that is all set. Wait, let's see. Do I have a blue? I do have a blue. Let me just get the date here. Today it's March 3rd. Yeah. So of course, what I would normally have under here under my expenses, I would also have written down rent, but that was already paid on the 1st. So that was all set. And then for, what do you call it? Heat. I would also have that on here, but that has also been paid for the month. So that's all set with those. Okay, so now moving on, I'll put these back in its binders in a little bit. I'm going to change my 100 envelope challenge money over to 1,000 note, and then I will change over my savings and change that over to 1,000 note, and then leave whatever's remaining. Okay, so let me just look in here one more time. That way it's a little bit easier to keep track. The 100 envelope is $13.13. So what I'm going to do is just take out $313, and that's what will stay inside of here. And we'll just start with these. So 100, 200, 300, and then we'll just take out the 13 from here. So 10, 11, 12, and 13. And this I will put here in between there until I get those clipped. And then just looking back, we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 20, 40, 60, 80, 900, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1,000. So that will go to the bank, and we will place this 1,000 note with the remainder of the money. So now that is all set. And I will place this back here until I bag that up. And then for savings, it's $11.70. So I just need to take out 70 to stay in the envelope. And let's see, I think it'll be this here. 20, 40, 60, 70. And that'll go here. What I'll also have to do is I'm gonna have to make change for what I have here for the savings. My savings account is actually in a separate bank from the boys. So before I do the deposit for this, and I'll do that off camera so you guys don't have to sit and watch me try to figure out that math, is that I will split it up between those 3 accounts first and then make the change from here. So this should be 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. Yes, it is. That's an extra 100 because it's supposed to be 170. It stays in here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. So that will go in there as well. And then we'll take one of these and add that to this envelope. So that now puts us at 1,120, 40, 60, 70. So 1,170 will have been saved in 3 months. Not bad, not bad. So that's awesome. So that is all set. Change has been made. Thank you guys for watching. If you like the content that you've seen today, you know, come back and watch another video, and hope to see you guys soon. And of course, as soon as I settle all this, I totally forgot I have my debt snowball envelope. For this one, quickly I'll just look and see what's left over and what will go in here, and off camera I'll make the change before I place this all into here, which will make extra payments to my car payments and to my car and my credit cards. There we go. So I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 440, 450, 60, 70, 80, 90, 500, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 600, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 700, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. That's 790. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that is, no, what did I just do? So that's 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 800. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this 806 will be in my debt snowball, which I'll switch over to the hundreds just to make it a little bit not as overflowing, and we'll go from there. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.